yo. No time wasted podcast.
All right, back with another episode.
No time wasted
Here we go.
podcast. Oh, no, kidding. All right, so guys, this is we've got Doug on again. We're going to try and get him a little bit more regular. He seems to be pretty funny and smooth with this podcast stuff going.
Everyone's favourite special guest.
I got jumping. Nothing special about me, fellas. People out there.
No, we love him. Doug's always a good crack up.
Yeah.
He's got good stories. And starting today's episode off, he's just informed us that he had a little incident at work today.
Work incidentos.
That is true. Oh.
It frightened him, but
Indeed.
he got a bit happy to it.
So
I didn't get a bit happy.
It's not something that happens every day to Douglas
He's like,
over
well,
here.
brilliant.
Not brilliant. It was.
It was stinking dumb.
It was not stinking dumb.
So why don't you?
I mean, yes, it was dumb. Yeah, it was. It was.
He enjoyed it. He just admitted it.
Tell the people what happened, mate. So you were humbly working your shift,
So
and then
I'll
suddenly.
Tell everyone. So I just doing what I usually do. Just sit behind the computer. Picked up the phone. Bring, bring, bring. Hello.
Roll.
And they said, this is a sort of accurate representation of how they sounded. So I picked up the phone. I was like, yeah, hello. And they're like, hey. And I was like, oh, how's it going? And they're like, hey, can we order some food? And I was like, oh, yeah, what can I get you? And they're like, can I get a... they're like, can I get a large cheeseburger?
large.
Can I get a large cheeseburger? And I was like, oh yeah. And then like,
Cheeseburger, fucking Domino's, you
Hey,
because we're not saying
exposed.
that. That's why I was switching it up. I'm not saying.
That's so funny. Like, can I get a large cheeseburger? I've never heard of someone going to Macca's and call Macca's like a cheeseburger.
I wasn't gonna call it pizza. But
Nah,
I was gonna.
which Domino's do you work at? No one knows.
Yeah, but
Do you still work at Domino's?
whatever. Yeah,
Maybe.
Clearly,
No, we're not cutting this. It's brilliant.
we just beep the word.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we'll beat the word.
Anyway,
I'll
you
just
were
say
working.
pizza or whatever. So
Yeah.
Anyway, pizza,
So I was
not
talking on
fucking
I
cheeseburger.
was talking on the phone and someone wanted a pizza, and so I was like, hello, how's it going? And they're like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, yeah, no, it's good. And I was like, what can I get you? And they're like, can I get a pepperoni? I was like, oh yeah.
Can I get
Anything
a
else with
honey,
that? And they're like, no, but your voice is really cute. and I'm sitting in my head.
Meanwhile, he's sitting there,
I'm in my head, I'm like, okay.
This has never happened before.
I was like-
This is
I was like-
weird.
I knew it was a prank call. Instantly.
Weird, but I love it.
I knew it was a prank call. I was like, okay. And they're like, can I get your number? And I was like, no, you can't do that. Can't do that. And they're like, why
I
not?
disclosed too famous.
And they're like, why not? And I was like, keep doing an American accent. I'm an American man. And
They were like, why not?
and
keep-
yeah,
they
they're like,
kept
why
harassing you.
not? And I was like, they kept going on, no. I was like, I'm not giving you my number. I don't do that. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, can I grab the pizza? And I was like, oh yeah. And then they said, sorry, we don't actually want to see you later.
Now, let me tell you,
Hang
for
on,
viewers,
no.
so we get an honest reaction,
So Doug
little
never
does
been told.
Doug know that the person behind the voice
I
on
knew
the
it.
camera was
I
him.
knew it. It sounded
It
like
was him.
I knew
Yeah,
it was.
so-
I
It
knew
was
I knew
Adam.
I knew it.
Essentially, how it went,
Yeah.
we were driving home,
I
and Adam and
knew
I
it.
looked at each other, and we had the idea that we'll try a prank call Doug and see if he gets. And he's trying to act like he knew it, but he didn't.
I did.
Nah,
I knew it was
bullshit. Bullshit.
Adam.
Anyway,
like Adam, but higher.
he.
pitched.
I had to
knew it.
dig into the depths to try and pull out a different voice.
Do you want to reenact the voice for the viewers?
No,
No, do it. It was so funny. It was so
You heard
funny.
it just fine from Doug. So yeah, I dug into the depths, put on a voice.
Nah.
He's like,
Doug-
oh my god.
The worrisome thing is, I was trying to put on the voice of a woman, and Doug thought I was some fruit. So that's what kind of.
Our main objective
Kind of
was for
confused.
Doug.
Oh my
Our main
gosh.
objective was pretty evil, but our objective was to go and get Doug to be like, oh my god, someone hit on me and their voice was so cute. I would have died because that was Adam's voice.
If he
just
said that, I would
girly.
have smacked him. It would have happened.
Oh, but
jeez.
How do you feel? Do you feel violated?
No, I
Used to the stick of
after
abuse.
I was like, no, I reckon
He's
it's
tearing
probably
up.
tearing up.
Oh, yeah, your eyes are a bit watery.
It's an emotional moment.
Emotional, yeah.
No, but I knew.
He,
It was
now,
bad
look, he
when I was
feels
like, yeah.
heartbroken. Now he's like, I really did think they actually thought I was pretty hot.
Carlson always makes a joke out of whatever happens to me. It's always a joke.
You know, when we do this, like,
That's how it is.
yeah, that's our interpretation of Doug. It doesn't really
Yeah,
sound like Doug,
it
but
doesn't
it's
sound like me. At all.
yeah. Well, viewers, you comment below if you think it sounds like Doug, because I think it does.
Hashtag it sounds nothing like me. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, you get to see our first comment. One day
I
at a
had a
time.
weird experience like that. Like, it was quite funny, actually. Back when I used to work at Domino's, okay? I used to work at Domino's, and I'd pick up the phone. You know, you'd get a range of span of people, like, phone calls. You know, you get people like, what the fuck, my pizza's taking so fucking long, or something like that. But one day I picked it up, and this kid must be fried or something. I don't know what he was doing, but I pick up the phone, he's like, hey, bro, how you doing? I was like, hey, man. He's like, yeah, I'm thinking, you know, I think it'd be gnarly if you know, like, you sponsor my Fortnite. And I'm like, your what? And he's like, yeah, dude, my Fortnite. And I'm like, your Fortnite? And he's like, yeah, bro, send over some pizzas. I'm clutching them cheeks. I was like, what the fuck?
This is a pizza place, not a.
I was like,
oh,
what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I'm slamming them biddies on Fortnite. I'm like, oh my god. Anyway, he's like, I'm on a 4K win streak, high KD ratio and shit. And yeah, he was like, shout me out. It was like something like it was like the cheesiest name out. It was the funniest name too. And he was talking about his Fortnite channel and everything. But shout out to that person. I never sent him pizza, unfortunately. So he probably lost his win streak. That was all because of me. I still feel bad about it. Let him down.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
But he used to call up heaps and just have fat convos to anyone that picked up the phone. It was so funny, eh? I don't even know who this person is, but he was quite interesting. On a night where it was really slow, I'd just pick it up and be like, how's your game going, mate? And he'd be like, yeah, you know. Like, I never slacked. Always got out on time and early, and the store was always presentable, but funny convos, funny customers, you know what I mean?
Hey, when you got a bit of spare time, you know, do what
You
you
got to
gotta
do it, yeah. Oh, work, man. You got to make the fun out of work, you know what I mean? So, all right, well, I was thinking about today, there was a lot I was thinking about, and there was something like stereotypes. I had like this American fella come up to me today, and he said, he's like, oh, you Aussie people are weird. And I'm like, weird? And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, you know, like I always heard in America that you guys ride kangaroos to school. And I was like, kangaroo, what? And he's like, kangaroos. And I'm like, mate, you try walk up to a kangaroo, it'll kick you in the head. Like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, I heard that you guys like put a saddle on a kangaroo and ride it to school. I tried one time sitting on my dog as like a horse when I was a little kid, and my dog just instantly collapsed. Do you think a kangaroo could hold us?
That's gonna
Nah.
turn around.
But I don't know where they get these ideas from. It's same as like they picture every Australian guy with like blonde hair, blue eyes, and go surfing. You know what I mean? But if I picture an American, I just picture like either Chad. You know how they're like,
the frat boys.
yeah. How they're like they're wearing the footy
Like the high
jerseys
school-
and they're like,
like,
yeah, bro, you know, water, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
gnarly. And then like the surfer dude's like, whoa, dude, that's radical, bro.
gnarly wave, man.
Whoa.
They're really varied as well, because
Yeah.
look at the size of their bloody country. Mind you, we are too.
Oh,
You got
yeah.
the East Coast, where they are actually surfer dudes over here with blonde hair and blue eyes. But then you got Northern Territory,
Oh my god, cup and
where
Joe.
it's where everyone's a bit more rough around the edges. But over in America, you got bloody East Coast, West Coast as well.
East Coast Customs.
Oh, do what Tupac Shakur does. I think it's like that. Oh no, he does like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so cool.
That's sad.
Tupac Shakur. If Tupac is my favorite rapper
Yeah.
of all time. Tupac, yeah.
Mm.
Listen, I know all these songs pretty much, but yeah. So a lot of American stereotypes. That stupid shrimp on the Barbie thing.
Oh,
Like that is
yeah.
so bullshit. But it's like same with
Have you heard their bloody their stereotype about Australia though?
what?
And what most Americans say, even people from other countries too. I've heard it from quite a few British people that come around my work. They say because obviously drinking's a big thing in Australia. They reckon all Aussies are heavy drinkers, big drinkers, drunks as well, and not all of them, but quite a few of them are. You know what I mean?
I've
So
seen a lot of Australians out-drink a lot of Americans, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, lightweight, mate.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, who doesn't sometimes like a classic beer or a classic drink
It's a big-
after work or a long
It's
day,
a
you
big
know?
culture, you know.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
generally, if I'm drinking, it's only for a special occasion, for me personally. So you know, I reckon only twice this year I've drank, and once was for, it was for a big memorial, and then the other time was the launch of this.
Yeah.
That was the only 2 times this year, because I don't see birthdays as a special occasion, because it happens every year. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, well, I don't drink as often as the average person would, you know, like sometimes I'll drink maybe once a week on a weekend or once every 2 weeks or something like that, but most people drink like every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Do you know what I mean?
some people do.
It's terrible.
Every day. I see, like, I'll be on a job site just working, doing what I do, and I'll see, you know, some roofies and stuff like that smashing down a beer, and hands down to them, like, holy mackerel, going on a roof all day, mate,
Yeah.
like,
Cracking a coldie.
cracking a coldie. They
Groupies
deserve
are
it.
there,
They
tough-
deserve it.
tough as
Any builders or anything like that, any trade deserves a beer for what they do. Like,
yeah.
you
In the
know,
hot sun, what does it?
working their asses off.
Beer.
Yeah,
deserve.
sweating their guts out.
Yeah.
And you look at everything in Darwin built by hard working labourers, true blue, Aussie fucking workers.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I like about
Shout out
Darwin.
to
I'll
them.
tell you, Darwin's good, and the reason for that is just true people. You know, I'm not saying anywhere else doesn't have true people, but Darwin, mate, they just say shit the way it is.
Yeah.
You know, when they say something, they mean it. Like, it's like, you know, even if it can be hard at times, like, they'll be like, yeah, mate, look at this fucking dickhead, you know, on the road, and the guy will actually be being a dickhead, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, you know, they'll be like, oh, I was fucking scorching today, and it is, you know? Like, I don't know, it's just the way they say shit and do shit. It's just
Yeah, it's
right
very,
on, bang
I
on.
agree.
very direct.
Very-
which is-
They mean what they say and they get the point out. You know, get it out there.
Which works for me, because I don't usually beat around the bush. So if there's something that needs to be said,
You
go
know,
ahead
muck
and say it.
around. Look
Yeah.
at
I fucking hate when people go, whisper, can you tell them that I said, can you? Oh,
Yeah.
He said this. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Just go up to them.
Bird.
Say what you need to say. It's
Yourself.
not that hard.
Yeah. Another stereotype I heard. It's a stupid one, but I've heard a couple of them. One of them is that stupid one where it's like every, you know, like the Asian culture, like everyone knows martial arts.
He's
And
going to
you
get
know-
us cancelled.
No. But that's false. Absolutely false. But I will say, like, holy mackerel, like the art of martial arts is incredible.
Yeah.
It's such a unique
you-
skill. But that's a stupid stereotype.
Yeah, it's a bit of a racist one. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
'Cause,
I would never say that.
There's
that's
martial
true.
arts all across the world, not just in Asian cultures too.
Yeah.
You've got all sorts of different variants.
What's the stereotype you've heard, Doug?
I'm trying to think of some.
Really?
Yeah.
No one
I-
knew. Doug's
usually-
like the full
usually-
American dude. He'd know every single stereotype there is.
I've got some. They're got a bit of time. I gotta.
You know, especially British people always talking about the weather, you know? Or even people that come from like cold areas and they're like, oh, it's fucking hot today when it's like 23 degrees. Meanwhile,
Facts,
we're
yeah.
sitting up here in like 40-degree heat and they're
It's
like,
so hot. Man.
yeah, they're like, oh, it's so hot. It
Yeah,
peaked at like
yeah.
23 degrees today. I'm like,
23 degrees. Are you blind?
when it's 23 for us,
Ooh.
when it's 23
That's
for us, we're
lovely.
like,
Oh, that's
oh
lovely.
my
Yeah, Kyle, are
god.
you blind? 23 degrees. How could you not see how cold
No,
it is?
blind just popped into my head. I don't know.
Oh, kills me.
Popped in.
Yeah, well, that's the easiest way to open up a conversation. You just say, pretty hot outside, isn't it?
I'll say people that, like another stereotype is like, people would never want to even come close to even go near Russian people. They're the one group, like nation that Russia's the one nation that I would never like even want to torment or annoy a Russian person. Like, and Greek fellas, very short fuse, very, very short fuse.
Mm.
and they're all huge. They're all built like absolutely friggin' built. Like I've never seen I don't think I've really seen a Greek person that's not like actually stocky and strong.
Because they're tough, mate. Hard
They're built
workers.
tough.
Got them
Oh,
warrior
my
genetics too, you
God.
know.
Yeah. They're unreal. But I'd never mess with a Russian person. Like I've seen too many videos and Hakbib Namagomagov, how you say? Who says his name?
It's Khabib Abdulmanapovich Nurmagomedov.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you know what he
I
said.
remember that, yeah.
That's what I said, but he just did the voiceover for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Khabib, you wouldn't. Connor has some balls, eh? Conor McGregor, stand up to him, he comes in. You little thing, yeah. You little vanilla rice rapper. Yeah.
Everybody loves Connor.
Connor is such a crack up. You know, Connor's so smart, okay, that he doesn't have to fight for like 3 years and he's still super duper famous.
Yeah, it's because anything that happens in the world he tweets about.
Yeah.
It'll be like, new movie came out and he'll just post and just go, "Nah,
Great
not bad."
movie, just watched it. It's absolutely
You know,
brilliant.
speaking of movies, he's in one soon. Conor
He is.
McGregor's in a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's like
Road
a-
Trip.
Yeah, Road
Oh,
Trip.
yeah, they're
Roadhouse?
remaking Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
remaking
remaking
it.
it with the
Never seen
one,
the first one.
the old one with Patrick Swayze and can't remember.
Oh,
Patrick Swayze.
Doug is the
brilliant.
man for anything old.
I didn't realise
I'm
Swayze
an old
was in it.
soul, even though I'm not that old, but old soul. You know,
Yeah,
old,
old
movies,
music,
back-
old
all that
movies,
stuff.
everything.
Old man.
You hop in
and,
Doug's
young
car,
boy.
you'll be hearing 1950 tracks. You'll be like,
50s, 60s,
"Wanna bless
70s,
my
80s,
soul?"
90s.
No, that's Elvis. He's not that old. He's old, but he's not that old.
No, he was in the 50s,
You
60s,
be
70s.
like, "You're my Jamaica."
Yeah, a lot of Charlie Pride. For all you American mob out there,
Charlie Pride.
Charlie Pride, Conway
Good
Twitty,
ones.
Glenn Campbell,
That's
Elvis
Doug's favourite.
Presley, and
He loves
Oh,
he
Yeah,
loves
so
anything.
you jump
Charlie
into anyone
Pride.
else's
you just
car?
can't beat him, man. Just can't
Anyone
beat
else's car? Bluetooth up. Get in Doug's car. Cassette yourself up. Just get the bloody cassette player. Wait, do you still have your Bluetooth audio transmitter? Your radio one?
Oh,
No.
Plug
Doug's
it into
one.
a cigarette lighter and it's
in
all
the,
bloody...
it was there, but I think it's gone.
I'll
now.
tell you,
'Cause you got the
poor
head unit,
poor
eh?
people.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's gone
poor people, and they're like trying to use FM transmitters. I'm not saying poor people as in poor
yeah,
people.
yeah,
I said I feel sorry for people using FN.
I'll tell you,
transmitters.
you're a scam artist because you told Doug to buy one day.
No, it worked fine. It still worked. Hey,
Yeah, you know, it still works.
FM transmitters for anyone out there proclaiming me I'm a scam artist. I'm not a
Yeah.
scam artist. So I sold Doug an FM transmitter, and basically how they work is they work off your radio and just make it Bluetooth, basically. So if your antenna is shit, like
Antenna.
mind you, Doug's antenna is like stripped. It's just a coil on his roof. No wonder he's not getting good reception.
Now, I do not, for the record, know how that happened.
Stroke
It's
the
quite
antenna.
stroking your antenna too hard, yeah.
No.
Get a bit frisky there, Doug.
I don't.
No.
I don't just reach up on the top of my car. And
Reach out and touch somebody. It's a good song.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that shout out to fuck. Who are they?
I don't know, mate. You can't just start
that's a
singing
good
and
song.
then go to shout someone out.
Oh.
Don't know their name.
Yeah.
Ruining
Oh, do you
my-
know who they are?
Might as well be
I don't
your
know
song
that.
at this point, mate. You just claim the rights.
Oh,
to
any
it.
Just make.
you,
a song.
no, I'm gonna cut that because as soon as you said claim the rights, I can get copyrighted straight
Oh,
away.
looks like we're cutting again.
All right, yeah, okay. So Doug has a very unique type. Yeah, everyone has unique types and their
here we
own
go.
types and their own specifications
Here
on what
we
they
go.
see in people. By the way, everyone, this man is single.
Just-
So if you like the look of the curls on his head, anyway,
You can
Doug's
tell a few
here.
million
Doug's
people.
here to tell his
Wingman
type.
Kyle, I call him.
Like I said, everyone has their own
Oh, here we
types.
go.
Okay, so Doug, what is your type?
Marilyn Monroe, isn't it, Doug?
Bro.
Oh, anyone that knows Marilyn Monroe, Doug
Who wouldn't?
Frost.
Okay, I don't froth. I-
Lies. I remember one time I went into your search history. It was
Please
just
stop.
Marilyn Monroe.
Please stop. No, that's not true.
That's all right. One actor that I think is super, super pretty. You know Rey from Star Wars? Oh my god,
Oh,
she
yeah,
is
yeah.
so beautiful. And the next one is, if anyone's ever seen Community or The Community,
I remember.
Alison something. She's beautiful. But yeah, what's your type, Doug? Let's hear it
Whoa.
for the world. That's all right. I'll tell my type.
Well,
Jot
you know,
this
you-
down if you want to be with Doug. Go.
What?
Let's keep going.
You know the brown hair isn't so bad. The brown hair, blonde hair. Now this is I'm making it's a list.
As long as it's not a dude, I'm happy.
Which we allow because you can be gay if you want to be gay.
Don't you dare.
I'm not saying you're gay.
Oh, good.
We're
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
You know.
Just
anyway.
tell the
Yeah, that's
millions,
right. We accept
tell all the
bunch. We got
million
plenty of
people
mates
out there
that,
that
swing them
that's
both
right.
ways. So.
Yeah.
Disclaimer there.
But as we were saying, my type. Now, Kyle, he always says, "Oh, Doug's got his type. You know, blonde hair, blue eyes. You know, brown hair. You know." Well, it's half true. So, yeah, basically, you know, the some blonde women out there and like brown-haired women. Some of them do it, and black hair too. Like, you know,
You are literally describing every single woman on this planet. Doug's like, yeah, if they're white, black, Asian, blonde hair, brown hair, green hair, blue hair, yellow hair.
That's not a bad thing for them.
No, it's not.
I just said the hair color. I said blonde, brown.
Yeah, that's
and black.
right. You're about to hear the most discriminatory part. Doug likes any hair colour, not any skin colour. You gotta let a man finish.
Bro.
Let a man finish.
No, but that's fine. That's fine. Everyone has their own preferences and people. And it's a scientific fact, okay? It's a scientific fact. It's called what they call the perfect triangle. Yeah, you can finish in a second. But perfect triangle, okay. So how someone perceives someone is based on how their brain's wired to what they deem as a perfect specimen, for example. You know, perfect mate. It's a primal thing. So let's just say Doug's type is describing a brown-haired woman that has what colour eyes, Doug?
Blue eyes.
Blue eyes. So brown-haired woman with blue eyes.
Wait, no, not brown hair, blue eyes. Like brown hair, green eyes.
Okay, brown hair, green eyes. Okay. And you like super pale, or is it like a tinge to
at
it?
least a bit like a tan and like
With a tan?
tan.
Yeah, I understood that reference.
Yeah.
Anyway, and yeah, so and that's what he deems like his brain will wired when they see that.
That's a good mate.
It's like some people like, for example, some people are not attracted to redheads, or some people are not attracted to blonde-haired people. You know, their brain is wired to see what they deem in their brain as a perfect attraction. Do you know what I mean? And some people have
like
attraction.
Everyone's got their like ideal. Like what their brain thinks is attractive, they've got their picture of it. Like, you know, like in the brain, obviously, and that's they like it. And yeah, it's good.
You know, like
makes sense.
Adam,
yeah, I'm taken. So
he's taken.
I'm very happy with my relationship. 3 years strong, still going.
We
So I'm taken. So this is all you guys right now.
Yeah.
Between each other.
Bloke had to clarify that. We know you're taken. That's right. So yeah, and that's exactly how it works. Some people go by personalities, you know, and some things they can relate to, you know, and that's the laws of attraction, not in the scientific term as in laws of attraction.
The attraction basically can be
you
physical,
get what I'm saying.
you know, physical, like
I'm not
physical,
talking about
like
physics,
look,
people.
like physical look, or like
Emotional.
What's the
Emotional
Psychological.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah, and I'd say, in my perspective, like, I'm a very talkative person, so my type's talkative, because I talk shitloads. Whereas Doug's can be a bit more of a quieter person.
I talk. I can jibber jabber all the time like an open book.
Hey, we tried to bait you on that phone call earlier.
Yeah, I wasn't
pretty
hearing any
dry.
fucking riz on there.
Because
It was like,
out of the blue.
can I get your number?
I knew
No,
I said,
no,
I was
can't
like,
do.
I was like, no, I don't think I can do that. And I was
That could have
like,
been the most attractive woman
I
behind the
knew it was
phone.
a joke.
But there you go. That was a test.
I knew it was
He wasn't attracted to the voice.
because I knew it was a joke.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. You weren't attracted to the voice. Even if that was a real person, that could have been a woman. But
No, I get
you
what
weren't
you're
attracted
saying.
to the voice.
No.
And that was a perfect test, was it not, Adam?
It was.
So,
It's probably because Doug thought the voice was a man.
yeah, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly beside the point. Yeah, and so that's how I perceive people's types and different
Well, do
ways.
you know
of
what blows my mind? There are obviously everyone's got their own type and such, but there's actually people out there that like the sort of Gorlock the Destroyer looking ass people. You know what I mean? Surely someone here watching knows what I'm talking about. I know there'll be a few of you. It's Gorlock the Destroyer. What's their name? Aloisi, I think it is. The big, round the lady.
Oh, well, people are allowed to like big girls if they want to like big girls.
Well, yeah, it's a trans... If it was a man, then it becomes a girl. It's a trans woman, isn't it?
It is,
Was it
yes.
trans?
It is,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Trans woman, yeah. That one.
Yeah.
You've all seen it.
Sorry, my bad.
So, there's people out there like that too, you know, each to their own.
Yeah, you're allowed to like big girls. If you like
Mate,
big, you shouldn't be laughing at
there's-
this.
Oh my god, I'm
There's
sorry.
just too many edits of that lady, so...
Oh, yeah, Gorlock the Destroyer.
I hate, just funny. shit.
It's just, they edit it, him, her, whatever.
Falls off the
they
handlebars,
want. Yeah. But,
trips down the stairs.
but yeah.
Almost as bad as Biden tripping up the stairs.
Up the stairs in Air Force One.
Never seen that before.
Oh.
Multiple times too, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sure what people's obsession with Biden was, I'll tell you that.
Obsession.
You know,
They-
where
well, they
people were like,
favoured him.
oh my god,
Know what it was?
Biden's great. It's the
Know what it was?
media twist.
They-
Yeah.
They only voted Biden because he wasn't Trump. That's what it was.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. Because it's not like he was some great thing. Biden was some great thing. It's just because he was not Trump. He was the other option.
And a
So
lot of
that's what
people
they
deem
went for.
Trump as... Look, you're allowed to be any supporter of what you want. I personally enjoy the idea of Trump. I think he's a great person. I like his views and I like what he's actually done. If you actually research Trump and work out what he's actually done over the years and the amount of difference he's done, you know, he's stopped a lot of wars. People go, oh, he fueled the war in North Korea, but he was setting ground rules and telling North Korea not to use their nuclear bombs for...
Well, he's done a few things that not many leaders have. He's shook hands with, you know, the enemy. He shook hands with North Korea's leader,
Cold as fuck.
Kim Jong-un. He shook hands with, I forget who he is, the other fella in the Middle East. And he shook hands with Putin. He's made agreements. He's sat down with these
Yeah.
fellas and he's talked to them. And he's actually, not many great leaders have been able to do that. So,
Yeah, and a lot of the
you know,
leaders
obviously
actually appreciate him
there's
too.
great presidents. And shout out to Barack Obama, the GOAT, I reckon.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Well, you have a problem with black people, Beetlejuice? Not happy with
Oh, good old Beetle.
That's another reference for anyone out there. We call one of Douglas's many nicknames Beetlejuice.
Far
We all
from
love
the
it.
Beatles.
You know, if I had to actually hang out with someone for a day,
Beetlejuice.
I probably would
so
pick
much fun.
Beetlejuice. I reckon.
And that's why we deem you sometimes as Beetlejuice, not because of the. It's because he says really funny stuff.
Even Max.
There's a lot of other people out there
Even-
that say funny stuff.
No,
other than Beatles.
no. But
offense.
he says the most out of pocket stuff. That's what makes Beetlejuice so funny. And that's why we deem you as Beetlejuice. Because
Look at Don
Doug
Rickles,
has
he said
many-
a lot of package stuff.
Doug
Yeah,
has
Don
many
Rickles too.
phrases.
Don Rickles is the GOAT, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
I have some phrases. Doug has some phrases. I like to say taxation. When someone takes something from me, I'm like, yo, you just taxed me. Or taxation company just came and stole it from me.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I get joked about this a lot. I didn't actually to come up with this. There was someone that I knew that actually used to say this a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a long time, but he used to say marinating. He said, I'm just going to marinate. And when he says marinate, a lot of people do not go on the Urban Dictionary. As much as you go on the Urban Dictionary, it is not.
Save yourself from doing that.
It is-
Oh, that book is ridiculous. That bloody website, Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
Anything you put in is just dirty, filthy growth.
Oh,
Don't even.
exactly. You could put in like a fan, and they'll be like, "Yeah, fan used to show up your ass or some shit."
Yeah,
You
it's
know, like
filthy.
it is filthy. But marination, when he used to be like, "Yeah, I'm just marinating," and that was just chilling. Yeah, I'm just relaxing, just kicking back. Having a flick is another one. Chucking a flick. If you go on Urban Dictionary, it's like whipping your thingaling out,
Yeah.
and that's not exact. When we say, "Yeah, going for a flick," we're like going for a fish.
Yeah,
Just a flick,
exactly.
flicking the rod into the water. Doug, what's the phrase? Stinking.
Here we go.
No, there's nothing wrong with
I
that.
got many. I'm just trying to think.
That's just a censored version, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're stinking.
Doug would go,
I say
"What the
brilliant
stinking
a lot.
dump?" That's what Doug would say. When he says something's dump, he's saying it's shit, really.
Basically, like it's
Yeah.
trash.
Or Doug goes, "Brilliant."
Brilliant, yeah, brilliant.
Or-
Absolutely brilliant. That's it.
Whenever I tell Doug something, I'm like, "Oh, Doug, you want to come over?" Doug's like, "I suppose."
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, or like the joking when Carl says something that's a joke. I say, go jump in a lake.
I never understand
Bang
that
at
because
that one.
as a Darwin person up here, I'm like, go jump in a lake. It's the best thought I could ever have. I'm like, yeah, fuck
Yeah,
it.
no, but
I'll
it's
hop
like-
in a
it's
lake.
It's a die.
It's
yeah.
like-
Doug's just like, yeah, go
No.
jump in a lake.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like,
like,
go
it's not even a
jump in lake.
punishment. It's
No,
a reward.
No, it's not no, but it's like, go jump in a lake. You know, like it's a.
If
you're
I
telling
was
them
gonna
off.
Yeah,
say-
end up in the mouth of a croc if
You're
you
telling
jump
them
in a
off.
lake.
Yeah, but
So,
you know, Lake Bennett doesn't really have any crocs. Never has had a report of a croc in it.
shout out to Lake Bennett.
Man,
Lake Bennett's
mate.
actually a
Beautiful.
Lovely place. That's
But yeah, bloke goes go jump in a lake. As a Darwin, any Darwin people can relate to this. A lake sounds like a fucking beautiful thing in this heat. If I was to say anything like that, I'd be like, yeah, go jump off a cliff. You know, do you know that sounds more daring. Or go jump,
It's just an old.
go
saying.
jump onto spikes or something. I don't know.
It's an old saying.
But
It's an old saying.
another
I just
great
say it.
one that I like to say, and I like is like when you come in, you're like, yeah, I just got clickbaited. You know,
Yeah, say that all the time. Like,
when you
basically, when you get scams for something.
misled.
Yeah.
Yeah, misled
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
clickbait.
Say, oh, it's clickbaited.
Clickbait.
We always another thing us boys do is you hear it a lot. We like make up our own words, so we'll be like, yeah, if we go like get robbed, yeah, got robbed, but we go rob nation dation,
Yeah, but
right?
always
We
just-
just
yeah,
add
yeah,
Asian to the end of
Asian,
it. So
Asian, yeah.
when we're saying yeah, we just got like when we got majorly robbed, we're like of something like someone has stolen something from us, not actually stolen something from us. Like we got robbed of a match. We go,
Taxation.
yeah, robbed Nation.
Ruins me, yeah.
Yeah, ruins.
Yeah, yeah.
Ruins is one that I say all the time. When
Yeah.
someone does something to me that I don't like, I'm like,
That's a
yeah,
fact.
just got ruined. Yeah, ruins
Oh,
me. Yeah.
ruins me.
Robbed. Any phrases that any of you viewers have, jot them down. We want to hear them. Want to hear the weirdest
Yeah,
ones,
we wanna hear-
worst
let's put some
ones,
interesting
craziest
ones in
ones. What's another one, Doug?
Got some
He-
good ones, man.
You
I
just got to
don't know
catch
what's
him in the
going on.
moment, eh?
No, I'm in it. I just
Them-
my mind's like a blank piece of paper. There's no.
Buffering.
Sometimes when Doug's brain's buffering, we're like, there's a fly in there on a
Fly,
street,
damn
and when he's thinking, it's
fly.
like.
It's a
Yeah.
switch. You gotta flick the switch.
Doug, you've seen.
Doug's personality is like you know them like soundboards where you pull them down and they go or they go like
what?
or they go
That's just- oh.
you know like it makes different
I
animal
was
sounds.
literally. I was watching a It was one of my recordings, and it was at school. Remember? I was sitting at the school and I was doing all them voices. and all that stuff,
Oh
everyone was
man,
laughing,
I was a
everything.
different
Oh,
person back at
They
school.
were good days.
That's Doug's script. You know, Kung Fu Panda, the scroll that's blank.
Yeah.
yeah. There's nothing.
Hold on, let me tell you the script real quick. Empty.
yeah.
Well,
It's
looks
just
like
you.
I'll wait till Kyle hands me something to say.
I find if I had to work anyone out how they work, I'm always have something to say. Doug, he's like a counter striker. So you say something, he'll have something to counter what you say, like to add on.
Yeah.
You know, that seems to be something. Adam jumps between both. A lot of the time he can lead a conversation, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you one
Something
thing.
to talk about. I'll just.
Yeah.
Usually,
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
usually,
So
yeah.
someone would give you an idea and you're like right onto it.
Hmm.
But yeah, as I was saying with Doug's personality, it's like you know them soundboards, you know, and you're like you spin it. It's like Twister. You just spin it. It could be in
Like
any
spin the wheel,
personality.
spin the-
Doug could be from like happy to what the dump
just like.
It's
to
like
just crazy. eh?
even Douglas's laugh sometimes is like a spin the wheel.
Oh, that's,
Oh.
You might get the Douglas spray bottle. You might get the Douglas washing machine. You might get Scooby Doo. You never know what you're gonna
You get he used to do it like his laugh used to go.
That was
It was
good,
funny.
though.
It was
I'm not gonna
weird.
reenact it.
Like
I don't know how. I heard a horse one day or something, and that just
his
made its
brain
way
was
into
like
my laugh. I
his
don't know
brain
how.
just imported a new soundtrack.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, not JPEG. I'm new. What do you call it?
DLC.
Soundfall. Yeah, new soundfall. New soundfall.
New DLC, yeah, exactly right.
Jeez.
Oh, but I swear, no one can look back at them in school at like how they were at school and go, yeah, I'm this same person. Do you know? I
was
listen.
gonna tell
I
us our
listen
story
to
about
old
school, how it's
videos of
changed.
me when like before my voice broke, and it's like a completely
Oh
different.
my
I can't even
God.
recognize. I just hear me. There's
Yeah,
one that
that's
the boys keep going on
yeah.
about, and it's like my mad
Yeah,
car.
literally. It's like, who's got a mad car? And me. And Cole's voice. Oh my.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
because my voice
so
has dropped,
funny.
obviously, as any.
Yeah, well,
So
I'd expect a
funny.
bit of change from everyone. It's been 3 years going on to.
far too long.
Yeah.
I
Oh, I feel
feel
old.
like an old man now.
No person out here can go that's just turned 20, okay, and go, like, I swear the change from 19 to 20, 19 you still feel like a teenager, 20 you're
Yeah.
like, holy
Yeah.
fuck,
You
I'm a
get
part
it,
of the
yeah.
world now.
You're getting up there now.
Imagine,
That's
oh,
ridiculous.
yeah.
Getting too old.
Sorry to the people that I've just made, like, upset because they are, like, 23, 24 or something like that. Nah. As soon as I turned 20, I was like, I'm an adult. Holy shit. There's so much expected of me, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, listen to myself and I'm like, that is a totally friggin' different person. Alternate personality. The way I used to act, the way I looked. Oh, obviously different now, but yeah.
Yeah, well, things happen, events happen, your life changes,
It shapes you.
your perspective on things, yeah, shapes you as well.
Yeah.
Your outcome, your outlook, you know.
They call him wise old monk Adam, eh?
That's what they do, they actually call me that, yeah.
Yeah, child of God. Bloke used to always, that's a good phrase for Adam. Child of God. He used to say all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Every time I listen to this guy, I'll be like, you know, try to show him a video or something like that. Yeah, I'm a child of God. I'm like, alright.
Because I don't need to watch your videos.
No, it's mainly Max. Max is the worst one for him.
Throws him under the truck. Yeah, to be fair,
Oh, that's the weirdest. That's the first time I've ever heard someone say that.
yeah,
Throw under a
Yeah,
truck,
yeah.
under the bus, mate,
Yeah.
under the bus.
You-
Ain't
oh,
no truck.
How's this? They're
Bloke
allowed
made
to
an
have their
NT.
sayings.
Bloke
They're
made
allowed
an
to
NT version because
Yeah.
it's more trucks.
They're yeah, under the bloody mine truck that brings all the dirt and wrecks the
Yeah.
Arnhem Highway. Anyway, you are allowed to have your bloody.
He's
sayings.
trying to discriminate
It
against
does.
mining
I mean,
truck drivers.
Against the Arnhem Highway? Oh.
Oh, roughest.
Minefield
Oh my
in there,
God.
man.
No, everyone's had this. This happened to me. I'll tell you two things that's happened to me that's been the craziest moments. When you sit there in your car and you're like, hit a pothole and it's the biggest one. I remember one, I'm driving to Lake Bennett, okay, and I used to own this really small hatchback, okay?
Yeah.
It was night time. I had my lights on, and Doug was like, Kyle, pothole. And I point, and this pothole would have swallowed my whole fucking
That is
car.
a fact.
Like, it was the size of my car, and like, we had to creep around it, and I'm like, holy shit. Like,
it nearly swallowed us whole.
if I had have landed in this, my car would have come to a very abrupt stop. But anyone's hit a big pothole, I swear, it's like the same as when you almost crash. You're like, music's off, you're straight ahead, you're
Yeah,
focusing.
proper.
Like, here's like sweat running down your face. You're just like recollecting your whole life. You're like, I could have just died.
Rethinking your whole.
It's the most awkward moment in human history when you almost crash. and like,
yeah.
you
Turn the
each
music
other.
off, turn the music off,
You two are just like sort of looking at each other, just not saying a fucking word at all.
just complete.
Doug
just
knows
solace,
exactly
just-
how it is. Nearly got cleaned up by a Hilux a couple of years ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember that.
that
whose
it is
fault
a
was
scary
it?
moment.
Dumb.
Whose fault for pulling out?
No, we're not gonna get to that.
be fair,
we can leave that. It's alright.
I can't just throw Doug under the bus. This was actually another story, but it was miscommunication. Me and Kyle, we were in that same little hatchback, little 3-cylinder, little
One
hatchback.
HZ, I call
Back
it.
in the day, yeah.
Right, back in the day, years ago. Right, and it was miscommunication. We were on the highway,
Yeah.
and there's a point where you can turn right or you can do a U-turn.
Yeah.
And I thought Kyle was going to turn right, and he said, "Are we all clear?" Obviously, to turn right across the highway, it takes you 3 seconds to cross the lane, right? But he meant for a U-turn. Now, there's a
Yeah.
huge ass fucking road train coming.
And I
And
couldn't
he
see
said-
it. I literally couldn't see
He
it.
said, "Are we clear?" I thought he meant to turn right, seeing as though we're in the turn right lane. He was going to pop a U-turn. And so when he said, "Are we clear?" I said, "Yeah, you'll make it. There's a truck there, but obviously you've got heaps of time." When he
Yeah.
popped this U-turn, I was like, "What are you doing?"
I was like,
he had to put his foot through the floor to get
this
it
is
to
a.
pick up
I had to
speed.
drop a couple gears too. We were
A
going.
little 3-cylinder hatchback with a road train coming stomping up behind us.
Okay, let me
This was
put-
miscommunication, right? We made it ahead, no problem. But he was coming after us, and mind you, he beeped a bit, and we picked up speed. Just,
Oh yeah. But the only issue we had was we picked up speed, which was fine. Like we were way out of his view. It was the fact that he went to change lanes, and I was like, "Oh, I should change lanes for him." And we both just changed into the same lane, and he was like, "This fucking little shit," fucking hitting the horn on me. But dead ass, I swear, when he was coming this way, okay, I couldn't see past. Look at this guy, okay, he's a tall fella. When he sat in, it was a very small car, mind you. His whole self blocked the fucking window. Like, this car did not fit me, did not fit him.
Yeah.
Like, I used to load all the boys up in it too.
That was ridiculous.
Shout out to Zane's Metro, the smallest car in human history.
Yeah,
When
that's
we used to do Macca's runs back in school days anyway, and it would be 5 of us, okay? Adam would have his knees basically touching the fucking ceiling,
Oh.
right? I used to, when we all loaded in, the suspension dropped so low, I could literally touch the road when we were driving. And here's Zane. Zane's not a very tall fella, okay? Him and Max are like the same height. Zane's going to argue this. Watch it.
Violation.
Zane has
I'm 5'8" 3/4".
Zane has this tendency, yeah, exactly what Adam was saying. Zane has this tendency to go, yeah, I'm 5'8", but you got to count my long toes, so I'm basically 5'9".
And then with shoes on, I'm 5'10", and 5'10" is just an odd number.
So
5'11".
about five,
Because of my hair, I'm
yeah.
6 foot. So.
Exactly. So it's funny, but that's exactly how Zane is sometimes. But anyway, I could literally touch the floor. So, when we pulled up to the Macca's window, like, it was like, all the way up there. Zane had to hop out of his car to do anything. Oh, it was so funny. They were good days then.
He actually had a cassette player in his car, didn't
Yeah.
he?
Oh, it was so
Old
vintage.
I remember that, and I walked up the window and he was playing Every Which Way But Loose, the intro, and I was like,
That is
so good.
It was an unbeatable machine. For a small car, for it to get up to, what did it get, 160 or 180 or something
I
like that?
don't think it was that high. I think it was like 130.
130. Felt like super fast.
No, it was probably 150.
Yeah. It was
alright.
gone.
Yeah,
With all of us in it. Like,
yeah that's
Yeah.
impressive too.
mind you, he only ever did it once, but he never did it ever again. He's
Yeah, he
a pretty
pulled it
sensible
off.
driver. We're all, like to say a lot of the time, we can be pretty sensible drivers.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so we never condone.
Well, it's not like
speeding
we're
or anything.
racing through traffic either, because some of
No.
you people might be watching and thinking we're living in the suburbs. We live in the middle of nowhere.
Nah,
So we're well out
it's a
of civilization.
straight road, literally,
So-
half the time. So.
It's yeah, you can see cars for kilometers. If there's a car on your street or your road, you'll see it.
Yeah,
From
absolutely.
K's back.
Yeah.
Big open. We're out rural, so we're not anywhere near any other
Doug,
cars.
No big
hands to
cities,
him, he's a
little
very, very,
everything
very,
everywhere.
very sensible driver, aren't you, Doug?
Yeah.
He's renowned for 2,000 revs.
Yeah. You know, some say Doug.
2,500.
I wouldn't push it, mate. Some say Doug changes gears at idles. All right. So
I was in the car one day, and I'm like, Doug pulled onto the highway.
Revs.
There was one day Doug pulled out onto the highway, okay? And mind you, there was no cars coming.
There's another joke
And
about
he
me
goes,
coming.
I watched him go from 1,500 into second. I'm like, and his car, I'm like, how is this car not dying?
2,500.
Mind you, people, I will get a video of this so I can confirm it. I'm going to catch him when he's not even
no.
ready.
No.
And
I changed gears to 2,500 revs. That's it.
That's still... Mum, shout out to Mum. She taught me how to drive. Great driver. She taught me to change it
Saving
3,000
fuel.
to 3,500.
depending on the car, yeah.
Depending on the car, but that was the most appropriate way.
If
to
you've
go
got my
about
old Hilux, 3.5 grand's flogging the piss.
yeah. But in a standard four
In a modern car, yeah.
it's the best way to go about it. But anyway, guys, we don't wanna overrun.
Yeah, that's right.
Overcook it. Don't want to overcook it, mate.
It's like
We're,
setting 20 minutes in the microwave. You don't want to do that.
No, you don't.
Maximum 3 minutes.
You don't put it in the oven too long and over crispy. Crispy edges,
All right.
It's good when it tastes
So
good,
we're
but-
testing new camera angles, and we're getting everything sorted
Mm.
out. Obviously, there's lighting that changes every episode that you will pick up on. This is just another one of our regular podcast episodes. It's going to go straight to the regular album. And
We're going to make a little hint, guys, and this is coming very soon. When our merch comes in, we're going to hide. It's going to be we're working on either it be a gnome or something like that, and we're going to hide it somewhere in the room, okay? And first person to comment where it is at the end of the video, right? First person to comment gets that first merch that we ever release. So
we're gonna have to throw that camera into the other room if we're gonna try and hide something in the.
No. I'm working on what it will be. I want it to be able to actually blend. So it'll be first person to comment. So people, when we get our merch in, we'll let you know. We'll let you know when we're gonna do it on the video. Get rushing to watch that video because you gotta want to find it. So
So what we'll do is obviously we'll get in a bunch of different sizes of shirts and all sorts, maybe shorts at some point. But we'll put a poll up about certain designs, see what you guys like, what you want to get, and
what you want.
What we do need is anyone that can help out with a follow or subscribe, much appreciated because it's going to help this channel grow and we're going to get more content out there. We want to keep entertaining because right now we're kind of just steadily increasing, but we want to hit that huge, big, hype increase. And
now we got everything going and everything working perfectly. We're going to be doing more than one episode a week. We're going to get more than one.
That's right.
We're going to get heaps out there.
By the point in time where you guys see this, it's probably been a bit of a pause since some of the other episodes have been up. But you can rest assured that there's going to be a lot more coming out way more frequently from now on. We've got our own new editing system set up. And hopefully we can pump out some videos pretty frequently now.
Pump it up.
Exactly. And
Pump it up.
with no time
Wasted. We'll see you
in the next one.